Madison Lane wasn't just admired at Crest Hill Prep. She was untouchable. The kind of student whose name graced both honor rolls and gossip columns. Blonde, brilliant, and born into old money. Everyone wanted to be her, or be close to her. But behind the flawless GPA, early Yale admission, and polished social media presence, Madison was harboring secrets. A month before her death, she approached her journalism teacher, Mr. Calloway, with a proposal for a year-end expose. Not on extracurriculars or test scores. No, Madison wanted to investigate the 3 disappearances. 3 students who, just last semester, were expelled without reason. Their families relocated abroad within 48 hours. School records purged. Yearbook photos removed. When Calloway warned her to back off, even going as far as saying, "You're digging in ground that was meant to stay buried," she simply replied, "Then I'm bringing a shovel." That week, she stayed late every night in the newspaper office, cross-checking disciplinary records, hacking into archived databases, and meeting anonymously with an underclassman who claimed he saw something outside the pool building the night before the first expulsion. But no one saw Madison alive after 9 p.m. on Thursday. Asterisk, her body was found at dawn, just beneath the home team scoreboard. Her phone missing. Her hands folded neatly across her chest, resting on her Crest Hill debate pin. The killer hadn't rushed. There were no signs of struggle, no blood trail, just 6 symmetrical stab wounds, deep but deliberate, avoiding major arteries, as if to prolong death. The most chilling detail, her eyes had been closed post-mortem, not by nature, but manually. Forensic experts described the scene as ritualistic, like a sacrifice, not a murder. In her pocket, a handwritten note on official Crest Hill stationery. 7 words. "You shouldn't have looked where angels tread." Asterisk, asterisk, though her phone was gone at the crime scene, tech forensics tracked its final pings. The last known signal came 6 hours later, at 3:17 a.m., connected briefly to the school Wi-Fi, not from her dorm, but from the old boiler room, sealed off after asbestos warnings. When investigators entered, they found only one thing: a Yale acceptance letter, pinned to rusted pipes with a thumbtack. A single drop of blood clung to its corner, fresh enough to be under 12 hours old. Asterisk, Raul Valle was the perfect suspect. A senior working-class first-generation scholarship student. He tutored Madison's younger brother in calculus and was once seen arguing with her at a swim meet. But his alibi seemed airtight. Uber receipts, snap map tags, and even his mother's testimony confirmed he'd been home before. 10:30 p.m. That was until the Eastgate security footage leaked. Timestamped, 9:47 p.m. It showed a figure in a Crest Hill hoodie, slipping through camera blind spots. The figure paused briefly before vanishing, and adjusted their left sleeve in a habit Raul was known for. But the kicker, height analysis pegged the person at 5 feet 10. Raul was 5 feet 8. That exact height, however, matched Coach Damian Rowe, the prestigious rowing coach, who had access to the gym, the locker rooms, and the school's restricted disciplinary archive. Asterisk, then came Samantha Pike, Madison's best friend since 5th grade. Perfect nails, private Pilates lessons, and a trust fund, big enough to buy the town. She showed up to the courtroom, wearing Madison's favorite perfume gardenia, with vanilla undertones. Claimed she hadn't seen Madison since lunch the day before. Claimed she had spent the night alone, studying. But her Venmo history told another story. Over the past 6 months, Samantha had received 17 payments, totaling $8,500, from a mysterious account, labeled CHP Alumni Fund. That account, it was registered under the name Roger Lyle, the now-retired head of security at Crest Hill. Even more damning, one payment landed the exact day after Samantha testified against a junior in a school bullying case. Only for that student to mysteriously transfer schools and have all accusations dropped. When investigators pressed further, they found a 7-Eleven receipt in her car glove box for lighter fluid. Timestamped 10:12 p.m. Same brand used in her brother's prior locker arson case. Coincidence? Maybe. But the timing was suspicious. Raul's trial began amid media frenzy. Protesters outside, Ivy League reps watching from the gallery. 3 key pieces of evidence were submitted. The hoodie recovered from the football bleachers, soaked in chlorine and sweat. A security guard's testimony, claiming to see Raul alone after 10 p.m. An anonymous student's statement saying they saw Raul exit the library at 9:30 p.m. But then things started vanishing. In a closed-door session with Judge Wilkins, Crest Hill's attorney entered with a slim leather folder. 12 minutes later, 3 major exhibits were deemed inadmissible: the library timestamp, the security guard's shift log, and Madison's handwritten note, ruled inconclusive due to chain of custody concerns. Outside that courtroom, the paralegal who cleaned Wilkins' chambers said she noticed something strange. The office shredder smelled like gasoline, and beneath the bin liner, she found half-burned Crest Hill documents, including fragments of what seemed like a swim team disciplinary report, dated the day before Madison died. Only 2 words remained legible: swim team. Ultimately, the jury acquitted Raul for lack of hard evidence. Madison's family quietly accepted a $3.7 million NDA settlement. The school board amended its bylaws, now stating that all disciplinary files would be destroyed after 30 days. Mr. Calloway resigned 2 weeks later and disappeared from public record. Coach Raul. He was promoted, given a faculty award, and at graduation, he delivered a standing ovation-worthy speech, pausing halfway to adjust his left cufflink, which glinted beneath the setting sun. If you visit the Crest Hill Library today, 2nd floor, Southeast Wing, and Pool Volume 47 of the Yearbook Archives, you'll find a memorial page for Madison Lane. Elegant, poetic, but under blacklight, something becomes visible, a faint indentation, words once written and then erased. The pressure marks still linger. They read, they protect their own. Look to the water. That year, Crest Hill's rowing team went undefeated, won the state championship. Not a single disciplinary action was recorded. No one ever reopened the investigation. But those who knew, Madison really knew her, said she kept one backup copy of her article. Hidden. She had planned to reveal it the night after she died. The title of that article: Deep Waters. What Crest Hill hides beneath the surface. A mystery. RAWAKOA. 2 years later, a freshman found a flash drive wedged behind a loose stone in the quad's old fountain. No name, just the initials ML engraved into its casing. The contents password protected, but the file name might sound familiar.
If you think this story ends here, think again. What's on that flash drive? Why did the school go to such lengths to erase records? And most importantly, who really killed Madison Lane? Drop your theories in the comments. Was it the coach, Samantha, or someone higher up? If this video gets enough love, I'll break down part 2, Angel's Tread, the secret inside the flash drive, where we uncover what Madison may have discovered before her death. This has been Trial Tapes, where the truth is buried but never forgotten.